I got a ticket on this hike, which is, you know, weird. We'll talk about it after the B-roll. As always, we'll come back and talk about trail details, how to get there, things to watch out for, etc. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we're talking about Stanley Peak at Daly Ranch in Escondido. Let's jump into those details. Stanley Peak via Creek Crossing Trail is 5.8 mile, moderately trafficked out and back trail located near Escondido, California. Features a great forest setting and is rated as moderate. The incline for this hike is really towards the end. That's where it starts to get a little bit steep. It's not bad at all, but that's really the incline heavy part of this hike. So total, as I mentioned, 5.8 miles, elevation gain a little under 1,000 feet. Route type out and back. There are a lot of loops within Daly Ranch itself, but this specific trail is an out and back trail. Trail is primarily used for hiking, running, nature trips, bird watching, and is accessible year round. Dogs are also able to use this trail but must be kept on a leash. And there's also a good amount of mountain bikers, so be aware of your surroundings. Alright, so things to know about this specific trail, and I'm guessing this area in general. We went on a low 80-degree day in the afternoon, late August, so almost end of summer-ish. We saw 2 giant rattlesnakes. We saw a lot of rattlesnake trails, and if you guys don't know what those are, you can Google that. We saw mice, different shapes and sizes. We saw one tarantula, kind of gross looking. There was a lot of, you know, critters at this trail in this general area, more than I've seen in quite a while, to be honest. So just something to be aware about. Maybe if you don't like any of that stuff, you don't go check out on a hot summer day. Keep in mind that in the notes that people leave on all trails here, there have been many mentions of coyotes. We didn't see any, but that doesn't mean that they didn't see us. Yikes. All right, let's talk about how to get to the trail. So as I mentioned, it is at Daly Ranch, and you'll be on La Honda Drive in Escondido. You'll keep driving through, and then you see this dirt parking lot. It's designated parking for this trail. There is a water fountain that you can fill up your water with at the beginning, right where this rock formation is. Obviously, due to COVID, I would recommend that you don't do that, but just for future reference, know that it's there. And you'll go up this dirt trail, and then the trail that we took wraps around on the right side of this mountain here. Now, how did I get a ticket? There is a sign here, and I don't see it on here right now, which is weird. There is a sign that says, you can't park there after dark. I've done a lot of hiking. That usually refers to you coming in and parking after sunset. We watched the sunset at the top of Stanley Peak. We went back down. So we were parked there after dark for maybe 45 minutes at most, because it's pretty quick to come back. And cop was there. I asked him. He said couldn't be in there after dark. Have a nice day. But I just said okay, thanks. Went on my way. It is a $46 ticket, so it's not bad, but I mean, in my opinion, pretty ridiculous. If there's a car here parked after dark, you have to assume they're out hiking. Maybe they're just lagging on their way back to the car. Maybe I stepped wrong and I got hurt and I broke my ankle. Maybe I got bit by a rattlesnake. So instead of saying, hey, I'm gonna stick around here a little bit, make sure that this person can get back to their car or whatever. The main concern of this guy was make sure we get $46 out of him. You know, now that I'm talking about it, I sound a little bit more pissed off than I thought I was. It's just really annoying. Anyway, let's talk about the trail itself. As you guys can see, there's a lot of different trails here, a lot of variations, a lot of different ways to get to Stanley Peak. Again, this one's via creek crossing trail, and that's more than likely because there's a part here that looks like if there was water, you'd probably have to cross a little bit of water. Now, we follow this exact trail, everything up to here. And the reason why is because I saw that there was a little, I think this is Mallard Pond, doesn't say on here, but I figured this would be a nice view to the left. So instead of taking this normal route, we actually made a left here on the fork, and we went this way, met up with Sage Trail, got back on the trail we were supposed to be on, and then made our way all the way up to the top. And oh yeah, there it is, Mallard Lake. It's a nice lake to see off in the distance. Now on the way back, we came through here, and there's like a little hidden trail that you can make a left on, and we came through here. This little circle is actually the water tower. It is a brown water tower. It looks pretty cool. I would encourage you to walk by it. It's just reminds me of that 70s show. And I guess this is called Old Tank Trail. You meet back up, and then we took the actual trail here on the way back. Now what I found was this right side of this trail here, most of it's overgrown pretty significantly. So I actually found the left side to be much easier and just a little bit more enjoyable. So keep that in mind if you're gonna go do Stanley Peak. All right guys, thanks again for tuning into today's video. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at @BeautyIsWild with 2 eyes, the YouTube channel at youtube.com/BeautyIsWild with 2 eyes, and the website at www.beautyiswild.com. I'm very excited to get into fall. There's a lot of trails that I've been waiting for them to cool down, maybe get a little bit of rain to go check back out. So stay tuned.